Welcome to Rekindle Christ Ministries. Here at Rekindle Christ Ministries, we believe that through Jesus Christ, lives are rekindled, revived, restored, redeemed, renewed, regenerated, reconciled, and resurrected through the power of God's Word. Today we continue our series on the doctrine of sin, and we are looking at the nature of sin. To understand the nature of sin, we return again to the book of Genesis, after the fall of Adam and Eve in Genesis chapter 3. The next chapter shows us something very important about the human heart. Genesis chapter 4 tells the story of Cain and Abel. Genesis chapter 4 verse 6 says, "So the Lord said to Cain, 'Why are you angry, and why has your countenance fallen?'" Notice something here before Cain commits the act of murder. Something is already happening inside his heart. Anger has taken root within him. This shows us an important truth about sin. Sin does not begin with actions. Sin begins in the heart. God speaks to Cain before the sin takes place. This shows us the mercy of God. God warns him. Genesis chapter 4 verse 7 says, "If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door." The image here is powerful. Sin is described as something waiting at the door, ready to enter. But God also tells Cain something important. You should rule over it. This shows us that sin seeks to influence the human heart, but God calls us to resist it. Yet Cain does not listen. The anger that began inside his heart grows stronger. Eventually, that anger turns into violence, and Cain kills his brother Abel. This is the nature of sin. What begins as a thought or emotion can grow into destructive action if it is not confronted. The Apostle Paul later explains why sin has this power in human life. Romans chapter 5 verse 12 says, "Therefore, just as through one man's sin entered the world, and death through sin, and thus death spread to all men, because all sinned." Because of Adam's fall, sin entered the human story. Genesis 4 shows the result of that fallen nature working in the life of Cain. This is why the doctrine of sin is so important to understand. It reminds us that humanity needs redemption. The good news is that the story does not end with Cain. Where sin entered through Adam, salvation came through Jesus Christ. Romans chapter 5 teaches that through Christ we receive grace, forgiveness, and new life. So today, take a moment to reflect. Are there emotions, thoughts, or attitudes in your heart that could lead you away from God? Ask the Lord to search your heart and help you rule over the things that try to take root within you. Through Jesus Christ, our hearts can be renewed and our lives transformed. Thank you for joining Rekindle Christ Ministries.